So let us start with the word sequence. Before starting AP, we have to clear with this word sequence. What is this sequence? Sequence means a set of numbers arranged in some definite order and formed according to some rule that is called the sequence. So you have to just notice down, it is a set of number and it has some definite order. If these two things you'll see in a set of numbers, then that means that is a sequence. For example, I'm taking here 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we'll see a few examples here. The first one is, this is the first example where you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a sequence and you will definitely observe some pattern here. And the pattern is each next term will increase by number 1. Similarly, if I'm taking the second one, 7, 7, 7, 7. This is also a sequence, an example of sequence, and here the numbers are not increasing but they are constant. That means the difference between each number is 0. But it is definitely a pattern, a sequence. Similarly, we have one more example of sequence: 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square. So it is also a sequence, but what we are observing here, these are the squares of natural numbers. So these are different kinds of sequences we have, and a few more things I would like to clear to you. The numbers, these 1, 2, 3, actually they are known as the terms of the sequence. So 1 is the first term of the sequence, 2 is the second term of the sequence, 3 is the third term of the sequence, and so on. Similarly, here in this second sequence, the first term is 7. Of course, the second term is also 7. The third term is also 7. But these are the terms. So first, second, third, fourth, and so on. Similarly, here you can also find out the number of terms and the position of terms, the first, second, third, and fourth one. The next thing which I would like to share with you, the finite sequences and infinite sequence. Finite and infinite words, you are already aware of these two words. Finite means the sequence which is stopped somewhere. That sequence is known as finite. So we are here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms are here. So that's why it's a finite sequence. But in the second example of sequence, we'll see here these dash dash dash. What it means? It means that the sequence is not going to stop anywhere. We cannot count the number of terms. That's why this type of sequences are known as infinite sequence. The third one, can you tell me now it is finite or infinite sequence? The third one is finite sequence, because here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms are there. So when we know the number of how many number of terms are there in the sequence, that is finite sequence. And when we don't know how many terms are there in the sequence, at that time that is known as infinite sequence. So out of the sequence, there is a fixed type of sequence. It means we have a lot of types of sequence, but a particular type of sequence is known as AP. That means the full form of AP is arithmetic progression. I'm repeating it, arithmetic progression. What it means, what kind of the sequence it is. It is a sequence when, suppose I'm taking here an example. I have the number 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. Yes, of course it is a sequence. But is it an AP or not? How can we check it? We can check it if by adding some number, some constant number, we will get the next number. That means it is an AP, otherwise it will not. And that number should be same. That number should be same. This point you have to be noticed down. So if I want to get 4 from 1, I should add 3. because 3 plus 1 is 4. Similarly, if I want to get 7 from 4, what should I add in 4? That is again 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. Again here 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. Again plus 3. 10 plus 3 is 30. So every time I'll get the next term by adding a fixed constant. And if you are having a sequence like this, whenever that means whenever this difference between the two terms is same, at that time that sequence is known as arithmetic progression. Okay, so let us see the definition. Arithmetic progression is a sequence in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. First term we should have the first term, then we should add a fixed number for getting the next number. And if the sequence is like that, where the difference is same, at that time that particular sequence is known as AP. Now I want to tell you some more things about AP. I have taken here an example of AP. This is the first term of the AP. And why it is an AP? If you will observe, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. That means we can add a fixed number in the previous one and we'll get the next one accordingly. So that's why it's an AP. Now the question arises in your mind. First of all, that number. The number which I have to add in the first term so that I get the second term is, here it is 2, and this is known as common difference. What is known as? Common difference. And the first term of the sequence, that means of AP, this is known as, of course, the first term. Right? And for the first term, we usually use a symbol A, and for common difference, D. These two things you have to take in your mind, that first term is denoted by A and the common difference is denoted by D. Now, the second thing. Now let us discuss about this common difference D. If D is the common difference because it is same for every term, for every next term, that is why it is known as common difference. So now the D can be positive, D can be negative, and D can be 0 also. Now the question arises, what are the sequences in which D is positive, D is negative, and D is 0? First of all, I will take this example because it is already 8. If this is the first term and we denote it with A, if I want to denote every term, then I will denote it with A1. That means first term. This is A2. That means second term. Similarly, what it will be? What it will be? If this is A1, this is A2, what it will be?
A3.
A3. Then A4, A5 and so on. Now the common difference you'll get after subtracting two terms. And always mind it, A2 minus A1 should be D. Similarly, if you want to get it from next two terms, we should subtract A3 minus A2. That is also D. And A3 minus A2 is also D. I have written here. A4 minus A3 is also D. A5 minus A4 is also D. So because D is same, that is common. So you can get after subtracting any two terms, but from the preceding term, from the succeeding term, the preceding term should be subtracted. This point you have to notice down. So for here, if I get the second term by adding 2, that means D is positive. So this is an example where D is positive. So can you give an example where D is negative? Of course, if I just reverse it, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. from 10, if you want to get 8, you have to subtract 2. That means minus 2. And from 8, if you want to get 6, again you have to subtract minus 2. Then again minus 2. Then again minus 2. So here D is negative. Here D is negative. In the same way, if I want to get an example where D is 0, can anybody tell me a sequence where D is 0? Of course, it's very easy. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The D is 0, because if I want to get 1 from the first term, I have to add 0. Then from the second, if I want to get the third term, I have to add 0. I have to add 0, add 0, add 0. So here D is 0. You can take 5, 5, 5, 5 and so on. So by these 3 sequences, this is the 4th one, you can able to observe that D can be positive, D can be negative, D can be 0. And how you get this D? You can subtract any 2 terms, but from the following term, the previous term should be subtracted. A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2 and so on.